everyone, and welcome to a new commentary. First off, let me start by saying I'm sorry if you guys hear people talking in the background. I'm also sorry if you can hear the air conditioner in the background and cars going by. In my neighborhood, there's a lot of people that have custom vehicles with exhaust, and they're really loud and annoying. So I'm sorry if you can hear that, and it's really hot, so the air conditioner's on. And my parents are on a conference call right now, so that's why there's people talking. But I wanted to talk about the fact that there's no Assassin's Creed installment this year, and I know that angers a lot of people, and I wanted to bring it up because of the fact that so many of you guys have subscribed to this channel recently. Within the past couple months, I've had an influx of like 40 subscribers, which it doesn't seem like a whole lot to other people, but it seems like a whole lot to me, and I think that has a lot to do with the video that I have that's at like 11,000 views, and it's about the next Assassin's Creed installment and what I thought it was going to be. And I've noticed that because a lot of you have either Assassin's Creed logos or Assassin's Creed names, so I wanted to just talk about like what Ubisoft has said, what their opinions are, why they're doing it, what my opinion on it is, and just things like that. And first off, let me get started with my opinion. I personally enjoy the idea. I think it was a smart idea to take a break. I think that they're going to listen to the community's feedback, and I do not quite know if that means that there will be a World War I now, because of the fact that it seemed like that was the direction they were going almost with all the hints and things I saw, but it just doesn't seem possible anymore because they're taking such a break. However, they might still do it. I don't know, though. But I enjoy it because they're finally listening to the community's feedback, and not many game companies do that, you know. I mean, let's look at Call of Duty, for example. Assassin's Creed completely decided not to release one this year and to see what the community wants. They clearly had one lined up for this year that they were going to release, that they've been working on for years, and they decided, you know what, because the community's kind of upset with the direction we're going, let's take a step back and revise it, which is something Call of Duty won't do, and they've even said, like, oh, well, we're so far in development, you know. Okay, sorry about that. People came in my room, so I had to pause. But they've said, you know, we're so far in development, and we've been working on this for so long, and we love it so much that we wanted to release it to the public and all this, and that's kind of their way of saying that, like, screw you to the community, we don't care what your feedback is, we're gonna release it because we've poured all this money into it, when clearly Ubisoft's done that with the game, but they decided to listen to the community and actually get the community's feedback because they've realized that, like Call of Duty, they're starting to lose fan base, people don't want to go in the direction they're going anymore. It's just people aren't enjoying it as much. I personally hate Call of Duty. I used to be a diehard Call of Duty fan, and then ever since around, I liked Ghost, and Ghost was one of my favorites, but Black Ops 2, I started to notice the direction it was going in. I didn't want it to go that way. I wanted it to stay old school, and then Ghost came around, and I liked Ghost, and it was one of my favorites, so I was like, alright, maybe they'll do this right, maybe it'll be good, and then they released Advanced Warfare, and I was like, oh my god, this is shit, this is horrible, and then they released Black Ops 3, and I just don't play it anymore because I absolutely hate it. But that's what Ubisoft has noticed, is that there's people like me that would quit playing a franchise if they don't listen to the feedback of the community, or they quit doing those things. So it's like, it's just the fact that I think it's good that they're listening to the community, getting the community's feedback, and trying to do what the community wants. Hang on, if you guys hear a click. They actually said, this year, we also are stepping back and re-examining the Assassin's Creed franchise. As a result, we've decided that there will not be a new Assassin's Creed game in 2016. Since the release of Assassin's Creed Unity, which came out in 2014, we've learned a lot based on your feedback. We've also updated our development processes and recommitted to making Assassin's Creed a premier open-world franchise. So if you guys listen to that, that's basically them saying that they're listening to our feedback, what we want, the ideas we have, and they're going with what the community have, which the point I'm trying to make is a good thing, because nobody else to do that. Call of Duty's not doing that. Battlefield did it. Okay, let's be honest, with World War I, oh my goodness, that looks amazing. But everybody else didn't do it. Like, no one will do it. No one's actually stood back and decided, even though we've developed a game this far, because I guarantee you they have, because they always start like 4 to 3 years or 2 years early so that they can get with the one release every year kind of deal. I guarantee you they got really far into one game, and then they decided, you know what, it's like the community doesn't want this, so they decided to switch, which in reality is a lot smarter, because what's going to happen to those people that don't listen is they're going to lose fan base, and they're going to dump all this money into this game, and people are still going to buy it, but no one's going to play it, and then it's going to get to this point where just it dies, and they dumped all this money into this game, and they're not going to get their investment out of it, which, while Assassin's Creed might not get the investment out of the game they were planning on releasing this year, which I have no clue what it was, because they dump money into it and then clearly they're not going to release it, they're going to get money in the long run, because they're going to release something that we all want. If you look at Watch Dogs 2, you can tell they listen to the community. It looks much better than Watch Dogs 1. The graphics, I know, yes, they released the cinematic trailer, which is never what the graphics are going to look like, and I have that on my channel. But they released actual gameplay footage, and the graphics actually look good. It doesn't look the most realistic game I've ever seen, but it's a Ubisoft game. So as long as they don't downgrade the graphics at all, which they probably will, it'll be good. And I feel like that's something that they saw what the community thought about Watch Dogs 1 and decided to completely change it. They completely changed the look of it. They completely changed the franchise. Everything about it is different. So I'm glad that they're doing that with Assassin's Creed. I really hope what they do is for the good of the franchise, and it seems like that's what they're doing, and no one else will do that. There's a couple other companies that I've seen that have done it, but for the most part, everybody's kind of money hungry and just wants to make their money back at the end of the day. So that's what my opinion about it is. I kind of talked about what they said. That's because of the fact that, like, since Unity, we've had issues with it, so they've decided to step back, and that's their thought process on it, is because we've had issues with it, they want to hear our feedback and make an Assassin's Creed game that is now the premiere of open world games again, and is great, and everybody will love it based on our feedback. And I've heard a lot of people that are Assassin's Creed fans, die-hard Assassin's Creed fans, they don't really know that, and they're kind of upset about it, that it's disappearing, and they wish it still existed, and that it was still a thing, and that we could have one. They're also upset about the Sons of the Confederacy, or whatever that game was called, and they're just upset about it in general. So I hope you guys saw this video and listened to what I said, even though I know sometimes I kind of ramble on about things. You guys listened to what I said and realized that this is for the better. This is for helping the community. This is going to be a good game. It's not going to be total shit like I guarantee you any other game is, like Call of Duty or anything. I feel like whatever they release next year, or even if they don't release one next year, I'm willing to wait 4 years for another Assassin's Creed.
I have no
as long
clue
as they do something the community wants and they listen to our feedback. I feel like it'll be okay.
I'm kind of sick
but anyway,
right now,
guys, that's been my opinion on it.
There's lots of
like
cuts
I said, I hope you guys listen to that and
lots
want
of voice
it
cracks.
as much
That's
as
why
I
have
do.
a cold,
and
I'm actually getting
now
sick
some
again.
of you diehard Assassin's Creed fans
I was sick
so
last
upset.
week into this week.
I also hope that
I just finished school
you guys get where they're coming from, like I do, and I hope that you guys are excited for it. But if you guys are and you guys want to see more of my content, I will be doing a walkthrough of whatever game it is whenever they release it. I'll do it. I also am planning on restarting my Assassin's Creed Syndicate one after I finish my Child of Light walkthrough.
I don't really care.
But that might actually be delayed because there's a lot of games coming out. I'm going to do Battlefield 1 walkthrough.
They're just annoying.
On this channel, I'm going to do a Horizon Zero Dawn walkthrough on the channel I own with my friend. That's called The Gamer Score. You guys can go check that out. I'm doing a Red Dead Redemption walkthrough on there right now. And he's doing the Dark Souls 3 one, and then I don't know what else I'm planning on doing.
I still have Uncharted.
I do plan on doing the Assassin's Creed one again.
I'm uploading 19 right now.
Mafia 3 I'm getting. I'm probably going to do a walkthrough on that, but I don't know. That's kind of the game that I want to enjoy for myself, because I liked Mafia 2, but I didn't get to enjoy it for myself, so if you guys want to see that or those things, let me know down below in the comments.
So now I'm probably going to record this episode,
those things.
not record any